All right, guys, this one's for you. People, I went at the end of the last century, going into the 21st century. I went to college. I didn't go to college right out of high school, or that would have been back in 1982, 83, somewhere around that. I graduated 81. There's a whole other story on why I went to college when I was in my late 30s. You'll have to look up my channels and go through the videos. I got thousands of them online. Go through those videos. That'll tell you the story. But right now, we're talking about this one. Now, I went to college for two different things. I went to college for computer networking and repair, and I also went to college for graphics design, web page design, visual communications, basically. Which the second part of it that I went to school for included making magazine ads. By the time I got through with one class, I had to have a complete magazine printed, everything to look real by the time the class was ended. That would be my final grade. Well, we also made commercial too that went along with part of this, but I'm not going to get into the commercial part. Actual TV commercial. They told us to. We had to. One of the first things they told us, we were just going to hand draw real quick and make a magazine layout for inside, or it could be the cover or whatever, just some kind of an ad or something showing that you had some kind of artistic skills. So I went with, I drawed a picture. I still got the picture. I still got all the artwork, folks. But I went with an ad. I made an ad of a motel room. There was a bed and a desk and a TV, and then you could see out the window, and you had the motel sign. So you clearly knew you was in a motel room. Also on the door, I had the escape route thing that you always have in a motel room. And on the bed that you can clearly see, there's a shotgun rifle, or a shotgun, I mean. There's a mask, like a Halloween mask. There's some gloves. There's a bag of money that the money's kind of falling out, like somebody threw it on the bed. And there's a note that says, "This is a robbery. Put all the money in the bag." And they was that, and I put at the bottom. It was and I got this. I had shotgun and rifle magazines, folks. It was Winchester shotgun and rifle magazines that I had. And so I got this idea way back then to do a ad for, because their ad said, and it was usually a hunter or something with a shotgun or a rifle. And they said, and their ad stated, "Do the job right, use the best tools." That was their ad. So I put the same thing at the bottom of this picture I drawed of this motel room with the gun and the bag of money and everything. The note. I put at the bottom, "Do the job right, use the best tools, Winchesters, shotguns, and rifles." I did that, folks. And by the time it was done, that was the one I made the actual commercial with. I took it all the way through to a commercial. But the other one, the one that I made the complete magazine out of, and I still got the magazine I made as well. I called it the Fukawee four-wheelers. Now, and I have a YouTube channel named the Fukawee Four-Wheeler. But I spelt it like this. Fukawee Four-Wheelers. Now, this teacher I had, and they told us use things that you know and everything. I had stacks and stacks of photographs of me and my buddies and all of us out in the woods, out in the desert, up on a mountain somewhere, four-wheeling and off-roading. And so I was going to use all these for the magazine, everything, and I did. I did use them. But the teacher that I had in that class, he saw how it said Fukawee. This is an A, folks. How it said Fukawee, and he's telling me, look, they're not going to let you use that. You know what it said. I said, use what? And he's going, the Fukawee name. You can't use that, man. I said, man, this is a project, right? And he goes, yeah. I go, what's wrong with that word? He goes, you know what's wrong with it? I said, no, I don't, because it's an Indian word of a tribe out here that word means top of the mountain. I looked him dead in the eye and told him that. And he believed me. I've got the proof that it was in my portfolio when I graduated college. And that teacher, because he was about 10 years younger than me, he believed me that Fukawee meant top of the mountain. That's a fact, folks. It comes from an old joke I heard out there when I first moved to Arizona. There was an Indian tribe that they were always seen up on top of a mountain looking around, where the fuck are we? Where the fuck are we? So they called them the Fukawee Indian tribe. That's where I got the name. And they had to let me use it because they didn't know no better. God loves you. I love you. Seek Jesus, guys. It's just an old man story, but it is the truth. Seek Jesus.